So when you are ready to work on the narrative essay, you simply find the narrative essay link, click there, and all of the steps for writing the narrative essay are grouped together, listed by folder. So if you are ready for step 1, click the words next to the folder that says step 1. You have some study questions for the quiz that you can access simply clicking on the quiz. And then you can go back to the other things like the mode sheet will be important to study. Be familiar with that. Knowing what type of pronouns you should use, the length of the essay, the organization, some examples of thesis statements, and verb tenses. So that's important. Clicking back to step 1 elements. Plot structure, I have made a video for you to watch about plot structure that will help you organize your essay. And this video is super important for answering the questions on the quiz. It explains why we are writing narrative essays at all. Being able to tell a good story in any kind of work you do can help you relate to people in ways that you may not be aware of. Any kind of occupation, specifically in healthcare, you are going to need to be in situations where you can communicate effectively with people, especially in times of crisis. So knowing what's going on in the brain for a listener to your story who may be in a time of fear or panic, knowing those kinds of hormones that are impacting their ability to make good decisions, and how you can use storytelling to calm them down so that their brains are receptive to suggestions from you and for making good choices. That is super helpful in any field. It can be in healthcare, or it could be in business or law, or if you are in criminal justice, you're going to be dealing with high intensity types of situations. So you want to be able to use stories to create empathy between you and the person with whom you're communicating. So that is one reason why we are writing a narrative essay. When you are finished with familiarizing yourself with the reasons why we are writing a narrative essay and what to expect when you write your own narrative essay, you'll be ready for the outline. So that is step 2. I went from step 1, and then to find step 2, I clicked back on essay 4 narrative, and then here is my list of steps again. So I'm ready to enter step 2. I can use the narrative essay outline template. You know, I always give you a template that you can use. You certainly don't have to use. But make sure, especially in a narrative essay, you want a really creative, original title. It's the first time you are approaching your reader. The title is the most important element that you can use to get your reader interested in reading the rest of your essay. So make it something intriguing, engaging. It shouldn't be just the time I went to the beach. It should be something more engaging than that. All right, so when you are ready to go to the next step, you'll go back out to essay 4 for this one, narrative essay. In some classes, the narrative essay is first. In this class, I've made it the last essay, so those of you who are in this class this semester are getting what some people feel is the easiest essay to write because there's no research. This all comes from you. So, step 3, writing the draft. As you know, we write drafts of everything. When you are writing your draft, I want you to think about writing descriptively. It's important to use good descriptive words. So I have provided you with a video for writing descriptively. So take what you have written in your outline and add some descriptors, some good descriptive language to really make your draft a good effort. And then, of course, you're going to revise your essay. You're going to be able to use Upswing. You can also call on the tutors at any time. You can email me with questions. So feel free to use all the resources to write a good narrative essay and revise it so that you get an excellent grade on this essay. Again, here is the information for contacting tutors. And I have some narrative essay example materials for you. So the narrative essay checklist is here. If you are at all concerned about making sure you have all the elements required, this is a checklist that is true for most essays. This helps you remember to put your heading at the top of the page, to get the right spacing and the right font. All of these things are important in your narrative essay or any essay. I have a link that has some samples for writing at a college level. So this one is a link that actually helps you write an essay. It's a narrative essay for applying to college. So if you have to write an essay to get into the four-year school of your choice, you might want to consider using this essay as a way of developing that essay for your college application essays as well. Here's a student sample. You have all kinds of good samples that you can use, certainly, for this. So that is the intro overview for your narrative essay. Please email me with any questions you have.